Straight up, now tell me, do you really want to love me forever?
Maggie Lena Walker was born Maggie Lena Dapper on July 15, 1864, in Richmond, Virginia. Her mother, Elizabeth Dapper, was a former slave and an assistant cook. Maggie's biological father was Eccles Colbert. Shortly after Maggie was born, her mother married the butler of the estate, William Mitchell. Maggie had a half-brother named Johnny Mitchell. After William Mitchell obtained a job as a head waiter at the St. Charles Hotel in Richmond, the family moved away from the estate and entered their own little house. William Mitchell, Maggie's stepfather, passed away due to suicide, the police said. William's death left Elizabeth and her children in poverty. To make ends meet, Elizabeth began a laundry business, with Maggie assisting by delivering the clean laundry to the whites. It was during this time that she first developed the awareness of the gap between the quality of life for whites and blacks in the United States, a gap that she would soon devote her life to narrowing. In her teens, Maggie attended Lancaster School and later the Richmond Colored Normal School, both institutions dedicated to the education of African Americans. While attending the latter, she also joined the Independent Order of St. Luke, the fraternal organization dedicated to the advancement of African Americans in both financial and social standing. Maggie graduated in 1883, having to complete her training as a teacher. She returned to Lancaster School to teach and remained there until 1886, when she married Armstead Walker Jr., a brick contractor, and was forced to leave her job due to the school's policy against married teachers. In 1890, she gave birth to her first son. In 1895, she became the Grand Deputy Matron. She also established a youth arm of the order to inspire youth consciousness in young African Americans. In 1897, Walker gave birth to another son, Melvin, and 2 years later became the Order of St. Luke Grand Secretary. When Maggie Walker assumed control of the Order of St. Luke, the organization was on the verge of bankruptcy. In a speech she gave in 1901, she outlined her plans to save it, and in the coming years, she would follow through with each item she had described. In 1902, Walker founded the St. Luke Herald to carry news for the Order of St. Luke, the local chapter that helped with the educational work. The following year, she opened the St. Luke Penny Savings Bank, of which she would remain president until 1929. In 1905, she opened the St. Luke Emporium, a department store that offered African American women the opportunity for work and gave black communities access to cheaper goods. In the midst of all of these accomplishments, however, tragedy visited Maggie Walker once more. In 1915, Russell Walker, mistaken his father as an intruder, shot and killed him as he returned home one night. Russell was tried for murder, but was found innocent. Also at this time, Maggie Walker developed diabetes, but it did not stop her in her line of work. By 1929, under Maggie Walker's continued leadership, the bank served a membership of more than 50,000 and 1,500 local chapters. In addition, she managed to keep the bank alive during the Great Depression, despite the fact that many were failing, by merging it with 2 other banks in 1929. The last few years of her life, Maggie Walker was confined to a wheelchair and continued to suffer from her diabetic conditions. On December 15, 1934, she died at the age of 70. She died from complications of the disease.